I'm Mark Greubel. I'm the head coach for Waco Team USA Kickboxing, and I've trained multiple world champions.
I'm Sergio Cunha, mixed martial arts coach. I coached 14 UFC world champions and 5 UFC Hall of Famers.
All right, guys, I'm super excited today. The guy that we're interviewing today, first of all, he's a badass. Second of all, he's training the baddest dude on the planet, Mike Tyson. And I am so happy to have on our show, the Double Jab podcast, Rafael Cordiaro. Rafael, how's it going, man?
Everything's great, man. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. With my longtime brother, my brother for another mother, Sergio Cunha, with you, Mark.
Awesome.
Guys.
So, what is new? What's going on in your life?
Man, nothing to do in my house, train a lot. I was just on my week doing my training with my professional fighters. So we back our routine, our regular schedule. So this week has become a good week for us. A lot of people back to the gym, these new students, so our old students, our professional fighters. I look forward for a great week.
Wow. So,
Rafael is 2 times Coach of the Year, Mixed Martial Arts Award. For me, everybody know that. It's not because I know him 30 years, but he's the best MMA coach in the planet, A long time, not just now, but long time, the best MMA coach on the planet. Not just because the job he does itself, but the way he turned. Guys, I saw that in so many of his students. He took a guy like a Fabrício Verdun, just pure talent jiu-jitsu.
right?
And Rafael he become a complete MMA fighter and UFC world champion.
Wow.
This is Rafael hands. And so many, I'm just using one guy. If I try to talk about that, I will talk about this all day.
We have 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I can't talk about this all day. But it's his hands, and he have this power. Because he should have a gold finger. Because everything he touch become gold. And that finger touch me too. Touch me touch me upstairs. Touch me upstairs, right? So it is a pleasure to have, how he said, a brother from another mother, and have him. Always we are together. Always I'm watching, what he's doing. Happy.
Yeah.
For he becomes successful. We come from same hometown, and watch what he's doing all those years, and being successful and showing not just, good martial arts and teaching and coaching those guys, but showing the real martial arts and saving lives. Who trained with Rafael and know what I'm talking about.
Right.
This is a family man, a man of God who does the right thing. And I believe all entire martial arts need to be thankful for this man.
Yeah, I definitely gathered those vibes, last time we spoke. Rafael, how did you get started in martial arts?
I started with 11 years old doing Taekwondo. I was a kid, then my neighbor was master in Taekwondo. His name was Daniel Lee, one of the best Taekwondo guys in Brazil. And then one day I was in my window, I opened my window and I was watching him doing kata, Punsen, in Korean, Punsen. And I was watching, man, look at how good he does his things. I say, man, I want to do this for sure in the future. And one day I hit his door, say, hey, master, where's your gym? And then he say, my gym is the street near to my school. It's a Pedro Ivo, near to my school. It was perfect time. Then I was in the gym and next to my school. So, and then I started training Taekwondo. With 13 years old, I met my passion, was shoot box. And from there, I never stopped since 13 years old competing till now with 47 years old. And everything that Cunha say, we learned inside the shoot box. We came from the same school. We came from the same mentality. So everything that I know, he knows. Everything that I do my train, he does in on his train. And I believe all those coaches come from that school. The guys that they doing a very good job. It doesn't matter where. So Cunha now is Georgia. I'm here in California. Nilson Castro is in Curitiba, but all over the place we have people that develop the same skills and the same mindset. Punch, jab, cross, hook, everybody can teach. But the way we teach these guys is different level. Is how to do, when you're gonna do, and why you're gonna do. Things like that way we learn. I believe the legacy they're gonna put in a war. In the end of the day, our legacy is gonna be everything they learn inside shoot the box. We provide for a lot of people all over the world.
No doubt about it. I remember when my brother and I were, young kids, teenagers. We would watch little VHS cassette tapes of Pele, and
Badass man, one of the first badass from our team, but in the war. To be honest with you.
no
Pretty
no
much.
doubt he definitely influenced us. I learned a move from him that I use on my brothers very often. They don't like it too much.
A encoxada. A encoxada. The one forward, hips forward.
But anyways, yeah. So we were always like, man, who are these shootbox guys? These guys are all badasses. Like, and they can throw hands, they can kick. It was awesome, because
The way we train, we always train hard. The shooter box are as knowing as the gym that hard spars, a lot of unit, but hard spars every single day. We test each other every single day, back in the day. And I believe this is the way we build a lot of warriors there. So a lot of people start training shoot box, but a couple people finish the train. It's like a
right, I understand.
back in the days it was like a bop. Bop is a special
That's special forces, right?
special force in Brazil. They have a nice move, talk about that. And the move is awesome because talk about martial arts as well. Yeah, surround yourself with good people and then you can go to the mission. But sometimes better you know who is behind of you and make him give up before the mission. I prefer make people give up before the mission than during the mission. Because
Absolutely, I 100% agree with that.
you have to trust people around you, have to trust people behind of you. I always gave my back to Queen because I knew it. I had
No, the back, that back was saved. I was sure. Listen, I wish we was in trouble, but I was sure we was saved and we have one route to escape. That's the two things. We're good to go.
the way Master Rudimar taught us during all those years was like the team. No, it's not me, it's not him, it was the team. The victor was not my victor, his victor was the team's victor. So, and the teamwork pays off, man.
Awesome.
Rafael, we fought so many competitions together. And he did, in the beginning of Vale Tudo, we went for São Paulo. He has a fight in São Paulo. And it was a tournament, 3 men at the same night. And he was in the final. He beat up the first guy, beat up the second guy, and went to the final.
Nice.
Okay, we would be champion.
Yeah.
He took a top mount and this guy, I think his name was Sergio too. And Rafael had a top mount. And Rafael was doing headbutt on this guy.
Oh my God.
The referee had to stop his fight because he cut his own head
Oh,
doing
man.
headbutts and was too big cut. But he was winning and he don't want to stop. No, let me fight. I want to fight. Everybody need to jump him. No, please, man. You have a big cut. You can't keep going. And he don't want to stop, So he had to give away the fight because he couldn't fight that winning. And remember we driving back home and he was with gauze in his head, And me and him driving back home. I don't know why they stopped this fight. Why they stopped this? I don't feel nothing. I say, okay, you don't feel nothing. Let's get it home. You're going to see the sizes that cut your head, That was the mentality,
Yeah.
I believe that all those guys from back in the days in Pride, we make our history in Pride doing these things, doing hard train during the train, doing hard train during the week, the fight week, during the fight week. We have a classic between Shogun and Vanderlei one day before the tournament in 2005. They sparred like a crazy. So one day before the fight, it was amazing, man. The way we brought all these histories was like something for sure want to bring to the end of our days, 100%.
Well, how did you meet Mike Tyson?
So I met Tyson 7, 8 years ago
Uh-huh.
in DC, and after some conversations, his manager Rob is a good friend of mine. He called me on some Sunday back 1 month and a half ago, and he called me and say, "Hey man, Mike wants to train again." I say, "Oh nice, what do you need?" "I need some equipment, man." I say, "Oh for sure, gloves, bags, don't worry, I can take care about that." He say, "No, no, no, he wants to train as well." I say, "Well, why not? It was Sunday." And they say, "Tomorrow." I say, "Tomorrow." I say, "Let's go." And after that, we finish a great session. And day after, and, we keep working till now. He was in Florida. He just back last week. I believe we want to back train next week. But it's something then as a dream come true. You can train with your idol, the guy then we always look up. We spend a lot of nights waiting for his fights, and today we have opportunity to work with him. This is something then I learn a lot, not just about how to work combinations, how to do things, but about life. He's the legend. But I believe what he did outside of the ring is have more impact in our lives than inside the ring, because he handles situations outside of the ring and a lot of people could handle. So I believe he was champ outside of the ring before he got inside. So
Yeah.
life was tough for him. It was not easy life. So we know as a martial artist, a lot of people come by our side to. We never know who's gonna be friend, who's gonna be enemy, who like you, who don't. Because the success,
Trust me, I know. Goodness gracious.
everybody has a phone and I think they are celebrity, and it's really hard to know who is who. When we
Right.
talk about shoot box, we talk with love because you knew it who was by our side. It was a small group of people, but make a lot of difference in the war. We still impact the war. It with Tyson was not different. He had a lot of, but well, with Tyson was different because he had a lot of people next to him, but he never knew who was true, who was not, who was real, who was not, and things like that make him who he is.
That I think that'd be very unnerving to constantly be walking around and trying to guess who's
Exactly.
your friend.
Who's who? But this is. I told Rafael this few days ago. He have this on him. I believe I know because we trained together. From that, we know each other almost 4 years. Uh, we trained at least 20 good years together.
Yeah.
He has this on him. Like, sometimes he was overweight. He looked to you, "Hey, Cunha, you so fat. Let's go to a jog. Let's start. Let's train hard. Let's train again. Let me say, this is not good. Let's go." And okay, you start to train again.
Yeah.
When you see you involved, and you're training hard, and you're looking better, this is a start on him when
Yeah.
he was really young.
Yeah.
To see, Pelé need to do more jiu-jitsu. Oh, Vanderlei Silva is aggressive. Verdun need to change and be like a more kickboxer and start to use his striking to go to the ground. He become to be like that. He has this vision.
Yeah.
But he share. He don't look to you. You don't look good, but it's not my business. He look to you and say, "Hey, you don't look good. Let's do something about.
Yeah.
Let's run tomorrow, or let's train, or let's get better."
Yeah.
And I told him this few days ago. I believe when him and Tyson start to work together, this happened before.
Yeah.
Vanderlei too. Vanderlei was living in Las Vegas, years ago, right, Rafael? And Rafael, Vanderlei come to training in California with Rafael.
Yep.
And Vanderlei come back to perform super good because Rafael have this, he put you up.
Right.
He have these tools and that mindset and that vision to put you forward and to get the best of you.
That's great.
In four fighters, he's the best one to do that in the
Yeah.
world.
At the end of the day, we have to be true. We have to be real with your fighter, with your friend. So I saw a lot of things. During my training, I can see a lot of people not doing the right thing, but how to say that. But you have to find the right word to say to make him motivate to do the thing. You
Right.
don't like upset, like, "Oh, I thought I was so good," and then he say, "Why did he say that?" No, we have to find ways to say things, like we talked before. So we always train different people, different ways. For example, Mike, the way we train, the way I do mix with him is different. The way I do with Fabricio, with Vanderlei, with Shogun, with all those guys, Benny, so all those guys. Each person are special. They have a special ability. All the time when we talk about camps, I'm totally against camps. Why? Because for me, the important thing is the coach have to know his fighter, his student. You know, in 2 months, okay, I have 8 weeks to work with you. I have 8 weeks. In 8 weeks, I have to do miracle. My Lord, 8 weeks. There's a lot of pressure over the coach. There's a lot of pressure over the fighter. Because in the end of the day, both look for the same thing, is the results. So, but how can you do a miracle to know your fighter, your student, in 2 months? This is the reason here in Kings MMA, most of my fighters, they came from different places, but they found here a place to stay as a family place. Why? They have time to train in the morning, they have time to train at night, they have a time to train afternoon, they have time to train at night. But at the end of the day, they still together training as a team.
Right.
And with that, we create connection. How can I train somebody if I have no connection with them? Yeah, I have experience with that, with experience like that in the past. I had for sure a lot of experience like that. In the end, it was no good for me. It was no good for fighters.
So you don't have time, right? Don't have time to do your job, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I respect all the time. So a lot of people come here with their own coach. I respect. Say amen, for sure. Come inside. But in the end of the day, has to be my word there. Has to be my word. Why? Because can be confused when you go to the corner with somebody. Then when I see here A, B, D, it never was the way we worked back in the days in shootable. It was just Master Rudimar, after then me or Cunha, and after then somebody. It's never everybody saying no. The right time, one voice, calm. It doesn't matter.
Same direction, man.
Storm, you are calm. We went there before. We know this guy's fast. We went there before. We know they can do a little bit more. It is the way we learn that everybody has different skills, everybody just have different mindset. But at the end of the day, as soon as you put them in the right path, oh Lord, it's the halfway for the victory.
Talking about that, I was in home few weeks ago. I don't remember now, before COVID, and Rafael was cornering one of his fighters. Round 1 done, round 2 done. Rafael good in the corner. When done the round 2, the guy come looking like happy, took a seat, and Rafael, son, good job. But you lost 2 rounds. you gotta come now and win this round. Knock that guy out or choke him, or you lost the fight. The guy looked for him like, but master, yes, yes, you lost 2 rounds. Everything or nothing. The guy come back, knock it out to the opponent.
Nice.
In the 3rd round, because he tell the guy the truth. No, okay, look good, keep going, throw a kick. He tell the guy the truth. This is not just a coach, it's a mentor. It's the guy who know his fighter.
I agree. Like, one of the things, like, the worst thing a fighter, I think, can have is a yes man in his corner. Wow. Oh, that looks great. Oh, you're doing great, man. Oh, your conditioning's great. Sometimes you got to tell the truth.
You have to tell the truth all the time. You see what he said? All the time.
You tell the truth, man. Yeah. That's the beauty of martial arts. There's no BS in martial arts. You either are going to accomplish your goal or you're not. Right. So you got to have somebody in your corner that you can trust with 100% of your life.
Yeah.
So
exactly, I agree with you. I believe that this was the way then we learned back in the days, and we have to be true, because in the end of the day is their life inside the octagon, and the results. As soon as the referee gave the results, so no more can complain. So you have to do your best. You never know what they think about the fight. So sometimes we're gonna see one fight, the guys gonna see a different fight. So we have to be prepared to be a dominate. As soon as you step inside the octagon, be a dominate. This is the way we train for a long time. Not Queen.
How are your elbows right now?
I feel good. After a lot of ice, my shoulder, my elbow sometimes got a lot of hurts. But I'm 47, like Queen. We come from 1973, so for a long time doing this, I can tell today I feel a lot of my shoulder, my elbows. But it is what it is. This is what we love to do, and God is good. God, the most important thing in life you have to know what you're born for. And I know after years working martial arts, I know I'm born for. I know God's gift. God gave me the gift to teach. More than fight, I accomplished a lot of dreams. I accomplished a lot of awards in my career as a fighter. Muay Thai champ, Vale Tudo champ, MMA champ, black belt Jiu-Jitsu, master in Muay Thai. So I accomplished everything. And I know it was a gift from God. And I know that before everything happened, I knew it, what God has for me. And everything that I say, for sure I appreciate, but I believe it's a gift from God.
Right on, right on.
And a man who goes behind your dream, you know?
Yeah.
A guy who believes and does for. This guy, he teach classes every single day. 3, 4, 7, 8 classes, you know? He's somebody who worked, right, Rafael? You work. You work. He had this quality, you know? He's a guy, if he's not at home, resting a little bit, sleeping, go to the gym. He's going to be in his gym coaching,
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Always was like that. Since he was 17 years old. Always like that.
In the worst moments in my life, in the middle of a lot of storms, I was working. Because I knew it, I have to do what I have to do, and God was there.
And now he need to work even more
Why's that?
because he have 2 beautiful daughters. He's back in training.
They have Uncle Tyson in
Yeah. He's training. He's running in good shape, training every day. You know,
Beautiful ladies.
2
Yeah.
beautiful ladies.
Oh man, that's funny. Like I have 4 daughters. Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck.
Exactly.
It's going to be the best motivation for you. We're going to keep training to the end of
Forever, never stop. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So, the $1 million question, man. Are we closer to an opponent for Mike?
Probably they're going to say something next week. I think they have some names. I think it's going to be interesting. They're going to fight boxing against somebody with a huge name. It's going to be huge. Something that people want to pay to watch. Everybody wants to see Tyson again. I want to see Tyson again.
We want to see, yeah, we want to see.
I mean, he's gonna have the best seat in the house. Holy smokes, man!
Don't worry, we're gonna be behind him. We're gonna be around you.
And super. It's the kind of experience that I have now. I can tell you, it's something that for us as a coach, is one of the best experience. Like I said before, I train with the best guys in the world. I train with my guys, my brotherhood for all my life. And now I have opportunity to train with my idol, with our idol. So it means a lot for me, 100%.
And one more, right? I have one more. Because if you look back this 20 years, all the guys you work at together, all those guys, people don't realize before UFC become that huge, all the guys you was around every day. Mirko Krokop, Evil of Changing, Mark Coleman, all those guys was like every day, hey guys, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, it's like be with in this high level scenario all the time. It's nice, right?
Japan, Cunha lived in Japan for 2 or 3 years. I've been in Japan 52 times in Japan. And I spent most of my daughter's New Year's Eve in Japan. So the daughter was in Brazil, like Cunha's daughter. And we spent December 31st.
Yeah, always. Yeah, no, always they make you guys fly, or if it was other team on the 23rd. So you guys miss Christmas, then get in Japan 25 morning, and wait until the 31st because the fight's just happening in the 31st and the New Year's Eve.
Yeah, there's a lot of sacrifices.
A
I've
lot of
missed a lot of
sacrifice,
holidays. I've missed a lot of birthdays, and you can't get that back. But I always tell myself, hopefully one day down the road, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, my kids will appreciate the sacrifices that I made, and I'm sure your children definitely do now as well.
Amen. They know how hard we work for. So the sporting is not the way we want. So we have to work a lot. So we have to train a lot. Unfortunately, most of the coach doesn't have retirement. So some coaches have good life because they train here, there, all over the place. But most of the coach doesn't have retirement. So we have to keep training those guys for the rest of our life. But I believe in the future we have to have some kind of union, something like that to make it, what's right, because in the end of the day we still building champs, we still building people, and but it's something they have to do in the end of our day. So we can't stop for now. I don't want to do nothing anymore. But what are we gonna do? Well, I have a gym, but no. You have to keep my gym works for sure works, but I have to be there every single day. The way Queen say, I have to be in the morning, afternoon, and night. So nothing comes for free. And my daughters know. They know. They raise my daughter raising sin. Her dad, they raising since their daddy work really really hard.
Right.
Daily.
Yeah, always work. Me and Queen, we always working hard. I hate lazy people. I
Yeah.
hate lazy.
We always talk about that, right? Always we talk this conversation. No, and sometimes no, you can do. No, we're gonna go to work. We're gonna teach. We're gonna train. No, we always we avoid the failure. We don't want to fail.
Yeah.
So we prefer to work to give a chance to fail.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I 100% agree with that. It's a rare. You guys are a rare breed for sure.
12 years ago, I moved to United States. 12 years ago, we just me, my wife, and my daughters. So I moved with the idea. So I want to build a nice place. It's going to be awesome. I'm famous in Brazil. I have my own gym. Good life in Brazil. As soon as I move to United States, everything is going to be different. I mean, everything is going to be better than Brazil. Huh? Was for sure was. But I moved here from a good life in Brazil. I rent a small place. When I knew my apartment in Brazil, I had an apartment in Brazil like
Huge, yes. Yeah.
huge or something like a different level. I came from a different level, but I was good because God was there. If I in the beginning of my teen United States, I was saying, no, this is hard for me, man. I want to back to my life in Brazil. Maybe today I'm not here to talk with you guys about 2 times coach of the year, a lot of champions in FC. I knew it. I understood the message from God. Go to there and do your things. God is gonna be by your side. In my faith, we talk about faith. I always had a lot of faith. So I go. I believe I can do. And till now, God provide.
I love that about you, man. That's one of my favorite things about your personality. I love that you speak openly about your faith and you don't have any problem with it. A lot of people are scared to do that nowadays in public. I don't know why, but
He always like that.
Yeah.
I have one of my jeans 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe more. And I always go like he teaching another gym and he have a break like 5:30
yeah,
on Champagnat. Always he have like 30 minutes. Man, look at my skin. He always find a way to drive there,
Yeah.
to stop by, to say hi, to see how you doing, how the guys doing. You good? Everything good? Okay, how many classes? More 2 classes today, more 3 classes?
Yeah.
All right, see you tomorrow morning. Oh, well, let's eat something in the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, every day. So my students, my black belts, my students, they grow watching this.
Yeah.
Like always, we are same age, but it's like an older brother looking after you.
yeah,
And at the same way, when he had his times, I need to go behind him. Well, how you doing? What's going on? You good? Okay. And same way, him to Vanderlei, him to Pelé, or to another guy from our group. Always one guy looking after each other.
that's great.
That was important for us for we make it. So many guys don't make it. We lost so many people. So many people passed away. Some people went to jail. Some people just doing nothing.
Yeah.
Some people are 300 pounds now.
Yeah,
Quit martial arts. But these ones who look against each other, after each other, I'm sorry, and take care of each other is who is good.
Yep.
These guys are good. But who provide this is what Rafael said. It's God. It's the faith.
Yep.
Our faith move us forward.
We have everything to give up. So when I came here, we have everything to give up. So it was hard because the language is not something that we have to think to speak in English. We have to think about to speak. It's different in Portuguese. So We came as a mixed family, so my wife, she's blonde, I was black. I'm here in Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach back in the days was a white supremacy area. So,
I know that.
Can you imagine? Yeah. They have in Anaheim, some place like that, Ku Klux Klan place, something like that.
Really close by your place.
Yeah, it was my place.
Really close
Yeah,
by.
it was the atmosphere that I came. So, but I didn't know nothing about that. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't care about that because my focus was like, I know what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do great things here. I started my own small place, doing class 2 times a week. Was not my place. Till have my place was 6 7 months. I work hard in different places, to build my name. Was not so simple coming here and okay, now I'm famous. Pride was famous in Japan, but not here in the United States. In Japan was huge. In Europe was huge, but not in the United States. UFC always was UFC in Japan, in United States. And for years, we spent years in Japan. So when I moved here, I say, well, if you like MMA, you know me.
You know me for sure, right?
No, people knew a little bit, knew about shooter box. For shooter box, I was always was a huge gym, but was not so simple. Visa, change visa, and then you have to change the house. You have to rent house, and then you have to rent place. You have to find credit, and then start saying, man, this is really hard life. But
Right.
God was there. God was there. Yeah, I never look back. I never say, oh, why I did that. No. After 12 years, we have 4 gyms, more than 1,000 students. So 2 times coach of the year, a lot of champs in UFC, a lot of champs from a lot of different places. And I can tell you, if you give up one time, you always will give up.
Well,
And you can't ever look in the mirror again and be happy with that decision. You know,
absolutely.
that
Yeah.
that's what motivates me. Like I can't stop, no matter what. I can't stop.
You can't because the world watching you, the world watching you. In my words inside my house, my daughters and my wife. So I have to be example for them.
Absolutely.
The way I raise my daughters to be strong. I don't like, oh, don't cry. You don't cry. When you start talk serious, they try. Don't cry. You're gonna talk like a lady. You're no child. One is 14, another one 18. I never talk. Oh, why? No. Let's sit. Let's talk. Because the life gonna teach them. So what I teach to my daughters is in my house. What I
See, even the dog, eh? Even the dog, eh? Hey, don't bark. I'm talking. Even the dog.
Here's the way we do it.
Great example.
That's great, man. Perfect timing. Well, Rafael, we have to cut it there. I wish I could stay on for another 2 hours, man. But we're still chugging along as our amateur status. No, we're blue belts.
We
now.
are blue belts,
Blue
in
belts in the
podcast.
podcast world.
We're learning.
So thank you for spending some time with us. Guys, you heard it. In about a week or so, maybe we'll hear who Mike Tyson is going to be fighting. Rafael is the man who's currently training him, and I'm just so happy for you. Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Thanks, Rafael.
Guys, appreciate your time. Everything that you say is about keep faith, keep move forward. It doesn't matter the life show you, be ready to fight. That's it.
Right on. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Rafael. Valeu, Magrão. Thank you. Valeu.